Next question.
Yeah, hi. I just want to say I've been a big fan since the first season. I started as a freshman in high school when you guys did too, so it was really relatable for me. But the question I have is with regards to new characters this season from the DC universe. Are we going to see anyone new?
You'll be seeing John Corbin. You're going to see Metallo for the first 2 episodes, and we'll see about more. And then we have a couple we can't announce because we're waiting to announce them when we cast them. But you will also be seeing the return of Toyman. You'll be seeing Roulette. And so we have some fun stories coming up.
Thanks again for you guys. Cool.
Next question.
Hi, my name is Tyler. This is my first time here at Comic-Con.
Welcome.
Thank you. Oh, and my question is, are we going to be seeing more of Green Arrow in this season?
Yeah, a little bit more, I think, right? A lot more. Yeah, a lot more, yeah. It'll be good.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about Green Arrow's journey? Because he kind of had sort of a hard time last year.
So it'll be, we're gonna go back a little bit, and last year I had a chance to play him kind of broken down a little bit, and then we jumped right out of it, and he was like, it was over, and he had figured out all of his problems, and he'd come to some kind of resolution, and then we find out this year that in fact that is not quite what happened, and he's struggling, isn't he? He's really, really struggling. So, and that's going to go on for a while, I guess, right? And you know more about it than I do, so go ahead. In the first 8 episodes, we're going to see him hit rock bottom, and we'll see what happens then. Yeah.
Would you guys want to see more Green Arrow?
Yeah!
I think that helps. Next question.
Hi guys.
Hi.
My name's Danielle. Okay, so I have a question for the whole panel. So, how is it that you guys get into character every show and every season that you guys do? And Justin and Tom, you both can stare at me as long as you want.
Just drinking. Just a lot of drinking.
Is it like really hard for you guys to get into characters?
Let's just start down here at this end. Justin, you want to talk about how you
To get into character?
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, it's. I'm sure the process is different for everybody, and I'm sure that I know personally, it depends on what I'm doing in that particular day or in that episode or that scene or whatever. So my process starts from reading the script, obviously, and then I read the script for the story, and then I read the script for the character, and then I keep rereading it. But it really depends on what you're doing. I mean, if you're playing the Green Arrow superhero guy, or if you're doing, you could be, fighting. It could be a love scene. You never know. So for me, the process is always different.
Erica?
The same, different, whatever.
He stole my answer, but I am not unlike Lois in the fact that my brain kind of goes, and my castmates have to be very, very patient with me to kind of get me to settle down. But depending on what I'm doing is how I affect how I do something and do a scene. But what I love is that we all kind of work together and try to find the truth of it and just be really, really open with each other and tell the story and take what the writers gave us and make something real.
Tom? Yeah.
Oh boy, I have to start at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I think for me, it's the question I had for Kelly is only half kidding, because we have a writing staff who's incredible, who not only as actors do we have to get in character on set, but they have to, even before we're ever around, get into the heads of those characters as well. And I think as great a job as they do, that only helps us do what we do on set.
Allison?
I'm a super collaborative person, and so when I work, usually the best way that I get into character is really working with my fellow actors and the directors. So I have been known to pull Tom aside and have lengthy discussions about the scene and what it is that we're trying to say and how it relates to what's going on for me personally or globally or whatever. And I like looking at things from a kind of macrocosmic level, so I really like looking at our show and relating it to what's going on in the world, and that really helps me kind of get my brain going and get excited about what we're doing and what we're saying and the stories that we're trying to relay to our audiences. The character is I've been playing her for so long, so really it's just a matter of putting the words in my mouth and she's there. But I like to know that there's more to the show than just a story about a boy on a farm. and I utilize the people that I work with to kind of strengthen that and make it bigger.
Cassidy?
Tess is a lot different than I am, and so I had to sometimes I'll sit and I'll read a script and I'll think, what would Tess do in this situation? And I really, even only being on the show for a year, you start to get to know these people, and again, the writers, like Tom said, they write for this character, and it's so collaborative, everyone gets together. But I love to read it to kind of know where she's coming from. And then I absolutely love playing once we're in there and getting to just do things off the spur of the moment. That's the stuff that I think is most exciting.
Callum?
So, this is obviously a new character for me. I'm just kind of sinking into his skin a little bit, but there's a certain level of intensity that I need. So I kind of listen to music, kind of hardcore, kind of, punch myself in the face a couple of times. But it would be easy for me to play the villain, and I'm not looking to do that. So I'm just discovering him really. So I'm looking forward to getting into his skin.
Great question, thank you. And for those of you wondering how I get into character, I just make it up.